sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, this is Ripper. Here, guys, you doing fantastic. You got a fun video with a SVEA. Yes, it's the Tier 10 Cruiser Super Ragnar, if you want to call it that. Basically, it's another set of guns of Ragnar on a similar ship design, but they classified it as a cruiser. But yeah, let's take a look at it. And man, is it still powerful today? Let's take a look and see if it's worth it for you. But as always, before we begin, like, subscribe, bell button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. If you see value what we're doing here, make sure you smash those buttons down there, like the video, share it, and thanks for stopping by, having a blast about learning how to save ships, shoot ships, and make friends and make this educational at the same time. So let's get right to it. So this SVEA. Essentially, I classify this as the next step up from Ragnar, where basically you have another set of Ragnar guns, and it's a cruiser now. So the downside is you have a citadel. So if the citadel, I mean, if you angle improperly, literally like just barely angled into main big battleships where they have plunging fire, I mean, just basically angling allows all that armor to basically slow the shell down, let it arm, and then all of a sudden hit your citadel, and you take massive damage. Sometimes even get deleted. So that's the one downside I find in SVEA. Outside of that, this thing is literally a beefed up Ragnar, which is very, very powerful. If you don't know what Ragnar is, take a look at my videos about it. But another tier 10 kind of style ship of this nature where you have basically booster guns. Let's take a look at the guns. You got 3 sets of 152 millimeters. Some of the big caliber guns besides the USS Hull now that has 203 millimeters. Seems like these destroyers are getting bigger and bigger guns over and over again, right? But 152 millimeters, pins 30 mil. So that's great. I love the fact that those are very comfortable guns for a destroyer player. You can basically pin majority of ships out there with the 30 mil. Look at that right there. Did you see what just happened right there to me? I literally took a massive broadside hit, and you got to be careful. Now, how do I mitigate that? Well, you got a lot of these quick smokes. You know, this is one of the few ships that have these quick smoke generators, kind of like the Daring, the Druid, the C-42, very, very good for kind of just going concealed, get to stealth mode, get out of dodge, and kind of regroup, reassess. AP's standard AP is okay. It's not too bad. The torpedoes go out to 13.5, which is great, but they're pretty fast, 86 knots. Not bad. They're kind of like the European torpedoes. They don't pack a wallop or anything, but they're there if you need them. The thing I do like about it is depth charge airstrikes. We actually have it now, so because you're a cruiser, you don't have to drive over top of the damn submarine. You can literally just drop them from distance. But range is only 8. I wish they'd buff it up to a little bit more than that. Let's see what else. We got the heels, of course, that are not bad as well. Quick smoke generator. And, of course, the radar. 9-kilometer radar. Not bad, right? 9-kilometer radar that lasts about 20 seconds. So that's a good thing. And then, of course, you can see the engine booster here. It gives you that burst speed, plus 30%, which is really, really good. Getting you up to that 40-plus knots speed. I think I clocked this thing up to about 46, maybe 46 knots right there. You can see we're at 44 right now, going straight and smooth. So very, very powerful ship, full of gimmicks and everything, okay? Now, how would I play this? I play this like a destroyer. That's why I kind of like the SVEA, because it doesn't act like a cruiser. It acts like a destroyer. Even though the concealment is 9.3, you still got the radar, so you can still push in there. And the biggest thing is it's a big, heavy, kind of like I call it heavy destroyer to support your other destroyers. And what have I said about the game is in order to win games, you need to keep your destroyers alive, because those that have the destroyers that last a long haul of the battle typically increase their probability of winning the game. So what does SVEA do? It supports the destroyers. It's very, very good in this role. And the fact that it has smokes and radar gives it a little bit more of that edge of survivability. So it's really good. Now, the accuracy of the guns are great. It retains kind of like that Ragnar kind of accuracy that you need. So very, very good at long range shooting, good spamming, AG spamming, fire starting, everything you need. Kind of like this ship to be doing. If you're going to get in there real close and knife fights with the destroyers, you got the heels that repair any kind of damage you make a mistake in, and that's it. That's really the nature of the ship, and it does it very, very well. You can throttle juke, as you can see me doing here, especially with the engine boost. Now I wish the engine boost did last a little longer, although it only lasts about, what is it? Only lasts about 66 seconds. So It doesn't last long enough for me to be comfortable in. I wish it lasted a little bit longer to give our the ability to basically throttle juke back and forth, dodge shells, just get to a place a little quicker. Very, very good. We have RPF on this as well, as you can see by the reticle here. So we know there's a threat coming this angle. So it's good to have it on this ship because what else are you going to be picking to use it with, right? You want to have situational awareness, and there's really nothing else I could really build for this ship. I couldn't think of any other things to add on to it. They don't have secondaries or anything, so they don't need to really build for secondaries. Survivability is already great with the smokes and the engine boost and the heals, so that's all you need. So we're electing not to fire here. Here's my mentality. If I fire, this Kearsarge has 12 guns of 406 millimeter. He's literally going to have plunging fire, the American plunging fire, into my hull, and I'm going to literally be deleted with only 22,000 HP left. So we're not going to fire. We're going to spot. So notice we're still doing kind of destroyer things on this flank because my destroyer is dead right now, or I'm the only one over here, and I'm basically spotting for my team. So I'm literally doing destroyer rolls right now as a big or small cruiser. So again, I classify SVEA as kind of like a big destroyer, really, and I enjoy it. It's actually nice. It's just the downside is you have a Citadel, so way more susceptible to just getting deleted in one shot. Notice that I don't know why nobody's spotting for me. This is exactly why I hate battleships, the way they play. They're literally in the back here and hiding behind everybody, kiting away, and they're not even spotting this guy, which they should be. And they're relying on me so much to spot and to do everything. So I'm going to keep firing, trying to burn this guy down so I can keep my teammates alive. If I can kill this guy first, it'll help my teammates from dying from him. All right, so let's take a look here. What's going to happen? All right, Kearsarge. All right, increase reload. That's good. So we got the reload down to 2.9, which is very comfortable. 3 sets of Ragnar guns. Now, the caveat is the front gun is a triple barrel, so I like that. That's really awesome. Having a Ragnar with triple barrels would be awesome. Then we start another fire right there, and look at the torpedoes. They're actually going out there and reaching somebody, and I kind of let him, so he just drove right into it, and look at that. Torpedo kill with a SVEA. Holy mackerel. Look at the reload on this thing. 52-second reloads on the torpedoes. And like I said, there's only one set of torpedo tubes on each side, but look, four torps on each side. They could still reach out there and grab and hit somebody. What I did is basically I led the Kearsarge knowing that he's going to accelerate. So when I find the reticle, I really just aim right in front of that reticle and again let the enemy drive into my torpedoes. That's my mentality and thought process on that. Yamato right there, we're falling back and we are still firing from range. So we got 15.2 range and we start another fire. SVEA is also very good at starting a lot of fires. So we're going to go ahead and fire again. Yamato now is going to blap us, okay? So we got to really turn into the torpedo, turn into the shells right here. And he still clips us. I can't believe that. Even though me turning nose in, I still get him. But don't worry, we have the last laugh. We fire and burn him down. We also have a Lexington trying to bomb the crap out of us. But notice our AA is very decent. 41,000. You can see the top right there. 43,000 in airplane damage right now. So the AA is nothing to gawk at. It is literally got kind of cruiser levels of AA right now. But AA is still trash in my book. The carrier will still get a drop on you. So you pretty much got to just keep moving. Keep on charging. All right, we're doing this again. Shooting the we're shooting the airplanes again, and now we're shooting the Jarsveld, which is, what is that? The airdrop kind of a cruiser. I think it's Dutch. But it's okay. These 152 millimeter guns are great. I mean, they pin everything. And now the elects to fire at us. Okay, that's great. It's okay. We can still reach out and touch him. I think our gun's a little bit more accurate than his. See, I think he missed all his shots, but it's okay. While he's too busy firing at us, he is leaving his right side full for a broadside shot. So that's another thing I like about this ship. It literally is a great damage dealer and a great decoy for everybody to shoot at a SVEA. Maybe because it just looks weird and people have never seen it or don't see it that often. They're like, oh, let me shoot at this thing. It looks like a cruiser. Oh, a cruiser, it's broadside. Oh, I can sit at all this crap. So probably why people like shooting at it. Oh, here we go. Lexington on the run. Look how fast the Lexington is moving, dude. Look at this. He's hauling ass. It's amazing he's going faster than me almost. I mean, he is hauling his ass across the screen. Airplanes misjudge our speed because we got engine boost going on, so we're trying to catch up with this thing. And my God, look at this thing. It looks like a Marceau driving away. And he's got airplanes and it's like the size of a building, yet he's going faster than us. No, it seems like it. Maybe it's parallax. I don't know. Lexington is going to eat the full brunt of the pin on these Ragnar guns, which are really, really awesome. So here comes the airstrikes again. Don't worry. Our AA is up. We're shooting up to 71,000 damage on the airplanes right now. We shot down 29 airplanes. My God. And we might get AA expert on this because he's just giving us planes to launch at, but come on, baby. Almost there. We almost got him, and we get him. Lexington kill down. And now we're time to shoot this the Jarzal, which all of a sudden is we are some kind of a threat to him. So we'll fire at him and get him out of the game. Yeah, so the SVEA is very good maneuverability, I think. It's very good for what it's supposed to be. I think it could be a little bit more maneuverable. It's kind of like on par with Ragnar. I mean, even with engine boost and everything, it's still just good enough to do what it's got to do. But I like that. One more game, we'll take a look at it. But you can see what the SVEA can do, especially when we lose all our destroyers. It's just us. You can treat this thing like a destroyer. So very, very powerful game. 112,000 damage, shooting down 33 planes, and we didn't get A expert. That's crazy. We should have got there to the top of the team. Like, see, we just did destroyer things in a cruiser. So you can be like a big destroyer in the SVEA. You just got to play a little smartly with the smokes, play around with the radar, and do what you got to do right there. So 1 million potential damage right there. So let's take a look at one more video to see how it plays out as well. All right, final game in this time with arms race in SVEA. Let's take a look at how powerful this thing when you get all these arcadey buffs and everything, and it is very, very powerful. So notice that we can shoot down somewhat planes, but we'll take a look. We'll speed it up a little bit more here. RPF is aiming in the direction we need to be aiming in. I always keep the guns facing that way. The gun turret traverse is kind of like on par with the Ragnar, so it's quick enough. But I still like the RPF, the fact that you can keep the guns pointed, ready to go, and then if you get spotted, boom, you can pop the radar and drive in a little bit closer, and then you'll reveal whatever's in front of you. So very, very good in that regard. Napoli, let's see here. We don't want to mess with him. He could probably citadel us with his caliber gun, so we'll pop smoke. He also pops smoke. And then we're going to try to start as many fires as we can. All right, let's take a look. Torpedoes, there's those 4 torpedoes that go out to a 13.5. Again, they're really good to have. Here's that airdrop I was telling you about. Airdrop going out to only 8 kilometers, though, so not the greatest. Oh, here's our fellow Ragnar right here. So here's a Ragnar with a SVEA. This is an awesome combination right here. Just the ability to have these two working together. You notice how big we are compared to the Ragnar. I thought the Ragnar was big, but when we are next to it, we literally look like his older brother. And that's why I call it. SVEA is literally the big destroyer, and that's why you can play this. Like I said, it is like a big destroyer, and you can play it as such. See, the Ragnar is just one less set of guns, and he's just as maneuverable as we are. So I kind of feel like it's comfortable for Ragnar players because it operates kind of similar. The only cool thing is you actually have smokes, which I wish the Ragnar did have. You had smokes, man, totally broken and overpowered. All right, let's see. We can reach out to the Napoli from long range downtown. We're also shooting at the Alvaro de Bazan. Nope, he goes undetected, so we're going to go back to this flank. So I'm basically trying to hold and support my Ragnar and stay in this area, trying to keep him alive. If we can keep the Ragnar alive, we got a lot of firepower on our side, as well as submarines, whatever we have. Just to be able to do that, we could give us a little bit advantage of the game. So let's see here. All right, let's see. Napoli is going behind the island. Let's see if we can get another fire on him. We got more fire. We already got 1 fire on him. 2 fires. 20,000 damage so far. Look, another fire right there. Again, this thing is a good match starter. It does light the world on fire, and we like it. Oh, man, 1 more hit. There it is. Will this be the one that ends him? 1 more. There it is. All right, permafire. It kills them. Splash 1, 29,000 damage. All right, we got pesky submarine coming at us right now, but don't worry, we got the Ragnar and we got the SVEA working together in conjunction. So we'll have our air. There is that black oil slick, whatever. So he's basically leaking of some kind. So what we do is, normally what I learned is save 1 depth charge for this reason. So if you see a black oil slick, aim in front of it, drop 1 depth charge, and then save the other one so you can start another black oil slick. And that's the only way I find to keep the submarine spotted. Unfortunately, I got a little too greedy and I fired all my depth charges, so don't do what I did. I normally just drop 1 at a time, get some kind of flooding or a leak or something going, and then just charge. You just do that methodically every 25 seconds, and you can keep that submarine literally spotted the whole time while you're driving in. All right, here we go. We're going to help our destroyer out, killing the Alvaro de Bazan. I got to turn on my guns. Notice my back turrets are 360 turrets, so I don't have to worry too much about how long it takes for the guns to traverse. We're going to help our Ragnar out and get a couple more shots. Ooh, dang, we took another shot. I'm telling you, man, these citadels, it's crazy. Sometimes you're so focused on shooting that you forget that, dude, somebody's going to blap you from the side. All right, we kill Alvaro de Bazan, not after we lose our Ragnar. I can't believe our Ragnar died. So it's going to be us again. We're going to do destroyer gameplay rolls over here with the SVEA again. Let's see if we can kill this submarine, U-5201. Again, he goes underwater. There's nothing more I can do about it now other than the depth charge. So I think all ships should have the airstrike depth charge, ASW. So, I mean, it seems fair to me. If a submarine's allowed to go stealth mode at will, the least you could do is give me a weapon system that actually can kill the damn thing. So keep the airstrike depth charges in the game for all ships, my personal opinion. All right, it looks like he is still driving. Let's see. Again, this is the World of Warships today, a game where I'm just clicking on black spots on the surface of the water. World of Killing Oil Slicks. Probably what the game is now. All right, our thing is almost off recharge. See, that the black oil slick is really helpful. So that's why I always keep him one ready to go so that you can keep this guy perma-lit and perma-spotted. All right, our last depth charge goes right there, and see if we can nail him. 2, 1, come on, baby. This better be it. Oh, nothing. We didn't get him. All right, well, we tried, right? Oh, there's oil slick again. Oh, man, if only our airstrike range was able to go beyond 8 kilometers, even though his torpedoes can go beyond us. I don't get that. If their torpedoes can go beyond 8 kilometers, why can't my ASWs go beyond 8 kilometers? That beats me. I'm literally handicapping all these ships. All right, we're going to go in and cap this spot right here. And look at that. Here we are. We're going to shoot against the GK. Battleships are also a favorite lunch menu item for the SVEA. Loves to burn everything down. There's another fire. And we can get this. There's our kill. Another kill. 3 kills. My gosh. This thing is a beast. I'm telling you, blowing up cruisers, blowing up destroyers. Can take on submarines if it needs to. But man, oh man, is this a fun ship to play like a destroyer. But even though it's classified as a cruiser. Look at that reload. Reload speeds are now down to 3 seconds. Oh, here we go. If we can get this nice shot right onto the U-2501. He surfaced for no reason. And, oh, we almost got that kill. He literally just went below the water, and we lost him. But somebody killed him for us. That's good. Get him out of the game. All right, we're working our way back to the center of the islands over here now. Let's see if we can start working our magic on who's our next victim right here. Probably the Hindenburg. All right, let's see how long range. You can fire AP on this way, by the way. AP on the SVEA is also powerful, just like the 152s on the Ragnar. The AP is very, very devastating as well, especially against cruisers and light cruisers. So they do work, so they're there if you need them. All right, let's keep pushing in and see who can we shoot now. Oh, we're going to go for the Colombo now. This game is pretty much over, as you can tell, but you know what? Doesn't stop us from having a little fun here. Look at the reload rate, 2.7. Look at just raining fire all over the place. And look at the survivability of the ship. I mean, the SVEA, you saw me take a broadside Citadel hit, and look, we just healed it back. We came back to life. I know it's arcade mode, and you know we get a perma heal, but still can survive with the heals and the smoke. Gosh, look at the rain of fires. 3 kills, and we only did 59,000 damage so far, so we're going to need some more kill action here, and Colombo is running away, so this game is pretty much done-ski. But as always, Bill will be at the end of the video. Let me know what you think of the SVEA. Do you think it's worth it? It is in the armory, I believe. It is worth some chunk of change here. I think it's steel, I believe. I don't remember this being a research drill thing. It's probably steel. Yeah. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's in the armory. What do you think? Is it worth it? Is it worth to play it like it is? Is it a big destroyer, or is it kind of like a small light cruiser that has a Citadel? So, top of 3 teams again there, and we had a blast. Doing a lot of firepower, a lot of damage, everything we can do right there. But that's the SVEA in a nutshell. Very, very strong. It's the big Ragnar. I definitely recommend it, and it's so fun. So, as always, hope you guys are doing well. Bill to be on the video. Until next time, if you see me out there, make sure you say hello, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.